Some hearts feel the world a little deeper. They call it too sensitive, but maybe it's simply human to feel this much, this deeply, and this often. For the longest time, I didn't have a name for it. That lingering feeling of being too much in a world that often rewards those who are loud, fast moving, and endlessly resilient. As a child, I would feel overwhelmed in noisy places, birthday parties, classrooms, or malls filled with chaotic energy. I remember the constant urge to retreat, to hide away in a quiet corner to catch my breath. And while no one said it out loud, I could sense it. The puzzled looks, the quiet judgments. Why is he so sensitive? I began to internalize that sensitivity is something I needed to fix. I told myself that I was weak, that I needed to toughen up, to stop crying so easily, to stop being affected by things that didn't seem to bother others at all. I would observe how others moved through the world with a sort of carefree detachment, while I absorbed everything: the energy in the room, the unspoken feelings between people, even the mood of the weather. Back then, I didn't know there was a name for people like me. People who feel deeply, think deeply, notice things most overlook. People who feel physically sick at the sight of someone in pain. People who feel overstimulated in a noisy cafe, but feel inspired by the quiet rustling of leaves on a walk home. People like me. And then one day, I stumbled across the term highly sensitive person, or an HSP. Reading about it felt like someone had finally handed me a mirror. Everything suddenly made sense. According to psychologist Dr. Elaine Aron, who first coined this term, HSPs make up roughly 15 to 20% of the population. That's not a disorder, it's not a flaw, it's a trait, a beautifully intricate way some of us are wired. At first, I didn't know what to do with this information. A part of me was relieved to know that I wasn't alone, but another part still wondered, is it something I should change? But over time, something shifted. I started leaning into my sensitivity instead of pushing it away. I began noticing the quiet strengths that came along with it. I saw how I could walk into a room and instantly sense who needed comfort, how I noticed beauty in the smallest of things, the way sunlight filters through a curtain, the softness of someone's voice when they speak from the heart. I realized that my sensitivity made me a natural observer, a deep thinker, and above all, an empathetic soul. The truth is, the world needs sensitive people. It needs the ones who pause before they speak, who choose kindness even when it's hard, who don't look away when someone is hurting, who carry emotions not just as burdens but bridges, connecting hearts, creating art, healing others simply by being present. Being an HSP means that I feel pain more deeply, but it also means I feel joy more profoundly. It means I cry when I see injustice, but also when I hear a song that touches something within me. It means I get overwhelmed, but it also means I am overwhelmed by the beauty, by connection, by the sheer tenderness of life itself. I know it's not easy. We live in a culture that often celebrates the go getter, the hustle, the loudest voice in the room. We're told to get over it, move on, don't take things so personally. Sensitivity is often equated with weakness, as if being emotionally open somehow makes us fragile. But I've come to learn that it's the exact opposite. There is immense strength in feeling everything so deeply. It takes courage to stay open in a world that often asks us to shut down. It takes strength to be soft when everything around us is hardening. It takes resilience to show up again and again with empathy, with heart, with compassion. So I started creating safe space for myself, soft spaces to land after a long day, quiet rituals that soothe my senses, like journaling, watching the sunset, or listening to audiobooks. I learned to listen to my body, to honor my limits, and to take breaks before I burn out. I began to unlearn the belief that rest is laziness, that solitude is loneliness, and that sensitivity is a flaw. I discovered that I don't need to be like everyone else, that it's okay if I need more time to process things, that it's okay if I prefer deep conversations over small talk, that it's okay if I feel things others don't seem to notice, that it's okay to be me. And in embracing who I truly am, I have found a different kind of power, the power of presence, the power of understanding, the power of feeling deeply and loving fully. To anyone watching this who feels the same, I want you to know you're not too much. You might just be an HSP, and that is something to be cherished, not cured. You're someone who sees beauty when others don't, who hears meaning in silence, who feels the world not just with your hands, but with your heart. And that is rare, that is needed, that is powerful. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's your superpower. So take care of your sensitive self. Build a life that honors your softness. Surround yourself with people who understand that quiet doesn't mean weak, that tears don't mean broken. Whether you have known it for years or you're just discovering it now, I hope you know that your sensitivity is not something you need to hide, shrink, or fix. Because this world, in all its noise and chaos, desperately needs heart like yours. So let's stop apologizing for our emotions. Let's stop trying to blend in. Let's stop calling ourselves too sensitive like it's a curse. Instead, let's start celebrating the softness we bring into hard spaces. Let's begin honoring the emotions that make us more human, and let's be proud of it. If this video spoke to you, I'd love for you to stay and subscribe. And if something resonated, I truly appreciate your comments down below. I hope to see you guys very soon.